Hey,
I used to think all my friends were real, yo. Every time I said hey, it made me feel, yo. But now, no, they say they ain't fake. Hey, no, they all not real. They all make me the feels, yo.
Now that I have your attention, I just want to say that, I'm just gonna say one bullshit. Okay, let's go. So yesterday when I walked my dog, he went up to me and punched me in the face, and then he, stole my wallet. And after he stole my freaking wallet, he ate my wallet. And then after he ate my wallet, he went up to my dead dog. He flew up to the heavens and went up to my dead dog. And he said, "Oh, dead dog, please grace me with mercy. Please grace me with your kindness. Grace me with thy goodness." And then my dead dog braced him and graced him with divine goodness. And after he graced him with divine goodness, it made me livid. So I went up and marched up to the heavens, and I went straight up to him. And I said, "What the heck are you talking about?" And then he said he wanted to reenact a Backrooms scene from the Backrooms movie. I said, all right, sure. And he said, I'm not your wife. And I said, "Stay in character." And then he said, "I've never even met her." I said, "Stay in character." And then he said, "Freak you." Since it's the 4 kids version. Because it needs to be censored. And then, since, after we reenacted the Backrooms movie scene, we went into the Backrooms. And after we went into the Backrooms, we literally, saw Captain Clark from the Backrooms. And then we saw Slender Man, and then we saw Siren Head, and they were all twerking to Yara Yara Funk. And after they were all twerking to Yara Yara Funk, he went up to me. My dog went up to me, and he said, "Tiki Tiki Funk, much better, capiche?" And I agreed with him, because Tiki Tiki Funk is superior. Always will be superior. And, so, after we, both agreed, we decided we would take down Captain Clark from the Backrooms. And we stole Captain Clark's wallet. And then we both ate half and half of Captain Clark's wallet. And Captain Clark's got, so mad at us that Captain Clark started singing the Captain Clark song. "It's Captain Clark, I am gonna kill you." That song. And then, he started, dancing to it. And then, and he summoned Triple T. He summoned Triple T. And Triple T appeared up to us and said, "Are you sure you want to be a Toong?" And I said, "Yes, I want to be a Toong. I've always lived to be a Toong." I looked over at Ace, my dog. That's his name. And, he said, I want to be a Toong too." And after that, Toong Sahur grew angel wings and flew us up to the Toong heavens. We made it to the Toong heavens. We're on the higher ups in Toong heavens. That's how good we are. That's how good we are. Anyways, after we made it up to the Toong heavens, Toong Sahur showed us around. Apparently, the rumors aren't true. It's not only Toongs at Toong Island. Everyone is allowed. Ballerina Cappuccina, Traleo Tralala, Bumbarino Crocodilo, everybody is allowed. I was absolutely in shock. After that, Toong Sahur, Triple T, the big T, he went up to me and said, "Come with me, my child. You shall be the second in line." And that basically meant he adopted me to be his child. And I was the second in line. I was in the Toong heavens, and I was gonna be the next in line after Triple T, bro. I don't think you understand how big that was. How important that is to me. And after I went with Toong Sahur, Toong Sahur brought me to his basement, and after he brought me to his basement, he said, I'm just getting so giddy thinking about it. He said, I'm gonna pass the torch to you, Carl. I just got so excited. It was just amazing to be, like, he was retiring early, like I couldn't believe it. So now I was the leader, Toon Heaven. I was in the big leagues. I was the leader. I ruled everything in the Toon Heavens. Anyways, after I started ruling everything in the Toon Heavens, Freddy Fazbear, he's Freddy Fazbear. I noticed that my dog was gone, and then I saw Freddy Fazbear behind me, and he had my dog in his hands, and he performed. Go on. He performed the Folk Valley. Hold on. He performed the Folk Valley ritual on my dog, and he killed him. And I was just sad. I just couldn't believe my eyes. I just couldn't believe it. I didn't want to believe it. So I just punched. I just punched Freddy Fazbear in the face as hard as I could. And after I punched him in the face, I just started beating down on him because I just felt angry. And it felt amazing. It felt wonderful. May I add? I felt like I finally had control. So I blasted Toon Sahur with my Toon Blast, and I started getting power hungry. And I ruled Toon Heaven for like 20 years? No, 50 years. After that, Toon Sahur came back to life, and he de-aged me to be back to the age I am right now. And he beat me, and he sent me back to Earth. And I've never been the same ever again. I just couldn't believe it with my eyes. Yeah. That's my story. What's yours? Tell me in the comments.